Pawpaw Sammy here. I'm getting a lot of questions. One of them about my worms, my shed, my insulation that you can see overhead. Well, I'm gonna try to get a real close-up on this insulation. It's called closed seal. It's hard. Now, some people go hard on the side closed seal and the loose seals up on the ceiling. But here's the trick. This don't sweat. You get that loose sail up there, and you get some rain and temperature drops, whatever, it starts forming moisture between the insulation and the roof. This is sealed. All right, that takes care of that. Having said that, the little bitty heater over there keeps this thing, as of right now, it's on 68 degrees. Okay, now back to the worms. Right now, you see, this is my cover. Y'all familiar with that? All right, I'm gonna take it off. If I can do it without knocking the world down. Now the cover's off, the main cover. If you'll watch, look, and this is why I keep covering people. You see this cardboard? Hey, this right here, at one time, was the center of that right there. Okay, and they just keep on eating it down. And if they do it, I just keep on adding to it. Now, see the worms? Look at them. They are absolutely in there, people. Right now, I'm gonna show you how I feed them. Well, one way I feed them. When I get a bunch of potato peelings, and I don't have one handy. Let me see if I can find one that hadn't decayed yet. But in here somewhere, there it is right there. You see that? That's the roll out of a center of toilet paper. I just threw it in here. They'll just that'll decay. But also, like today it's raining, I couldn't get outside and do most anything. So you see this right here? See this brown stuff right there? That's that toilet paper roll chopped up in little pieces with apple cores, eggshells, banana peelings, potato peelings. And the reason I did that, I boiled it, let it set to cool down to your ambient temperature. It softens this up. I'll put it in here, and I guarantee you, within a week or 10 days, it's totally gone. Now, I'm just gonna dig me a little hole on the side. Anyway, I fed them down the center the other day. I fed them 3 pounds of boiled, cooked rice right down that center. So they are pretty thin on the side. I don't really like to mess with my worms when they lock down eating. See, I don't do all my peelings like that. I do some like that. Throw them in their hole. But anyway, I don't like to mess with my worms when they're eating. Put that water down the center. All right, here you go. This is the toilet paper roll. That turns plumb mushy. This deteriorates. The worms that get on that, it won't last 2 weeks. And they're happy. Now the reason I'm starting to feed these worms heavy and working with them, getting close to harvest time, getting close to garden time. All right. Now what I'm gonna do in garden time is I'm gonna take and I'm gonna set up my little worm bin. See that little tote right there? It's a 5-gallon tote. I can take that. Now notice I just wet this down, so it's gonna be wet. You cannot hardly harvest your compost when it's that wet. But if you can get some dry, you do this. See that? All right, let me show you something. And watch this. Oh. Okay, now, see how fine that is? People, that's vermicompost. Now, I'll take this, sift me out about 2 gallons, 2.5 gallons. I'll take this little box, if I can get it open it up, and I'll take a piece of cardboard and I'll cut it to fit right down in the bottom. See, piece of cardboard. Okay, I'll soak that cardboard soaking wet. Then I'll come in with about 2 gallons of my vermicompost. I'll put in, I don't see hardly any paper left, but I have shredded paper all in there. It's just about gone. I have a shredder over here in the corner that I'll shred. When I start shredding, I'll shred a bunch. I'll soak it in water, take some dried grass clippings out of the yard, put it all together, come in here and put it in here. That will be a worm farm, okay? Okay, then I'll take like 250 worms, and I'll put it in there. I can sell that for $75. It's a worm farm. You feed it right, there's no odor, you set it in your kitchen, put your peelings and stuff in it in your kitchen, you'll never have an odor. But they'll generate and breed and make your compost. That's one way to make money. The second way to make money is just sell that vermicompost. And people, this right here is about, I'm guessing, 5-6 inches thick. If I was to harvest the whole thing, it would be hard to believe the compost I can get out of it. I mean, it's really, and you can sell it. I have sold it for as high as $25 for a gallon bag full, because you don't need much. Vermicompost, you put this much in a 3-pound bag of garden soil and keep it moist for a couple of days, because that's a living organism. In a week or so, that whole pot of soil will be loaded with vermiculture, nemodes, you name it, in it. And that's why I raise worms. I've been asked, well, what do you raise worms for? You got fishing? You can use them to fish with. Red wigglers actually live longer on the hook than night crawlers. But I don't fish with my worms. I fish artificial when I do. So anyway, that's where we at. That's how I do my worms. That's how I take care of them. Thank you and subscribe.